You know, I wanted to make this one last video, and I want to stop this music. I want to stop this because you know what? This is a serious topic, and these are two. I mean, there's a lot of serious topics in this world that can be discussed, but this is serious. And I'm putting aside my issues, and I'm going to put aside my personal beliefs, and I'm going to put aside all that. And something needs to be done about this, y'all. I mean, we're over here fighting in other countries to give those countries freedom and peace, and we're over here donating money, okay, donating money to save the children's.org, and this money is going to Africa. This money is going to Guatemala, certain parts of Mexico, but yet we're in the United States of America, and we're not having freedom. We have hundreds of kids, millions of families who starve every day, but yet we're not doing nothing about that. But we want to, it's ego, it's pride. We want to get up on TV and we want to, raise money for Africa. We want to raise money for Guatemala. We want to raise money for all these foreign countries, but yet here in America we have issues that we have yet to address. Something that I found out that's really disturbing to me is that a average of one child dies in America due to child abuse. One child, at least one child, every day. Sometimes it's probably 20, sometimes it's probably 100, sometimes it's probably 10, but every day at least one dies from it. And I want to tell y'all, I mean, this is something that needs to be addressed. More importantly, this video is being directed to parents, people who have kids, people who are planning on having kids. If you cannot respect something that you created, because your child did not ask to be here, if you cannot respect and really honor something that you created, then you should have played with fire. You should have kept your legs closed, and you should have wore protection. That's plain and simple. And then for those who are sitting back and they have these husbands that are abusive, and they have these boyfriends that are abusive, and they're allowing their husband or the boyfriend to beat their children, you need your ass whooped too. For the simple fact is, that the signs were there before you even laid up and had a baby with him. And I'm not talking about the women who are raped. The women who are raped by these men or forced to have kids by these men. I'm talking about the ones who voluntarily did so. That's one of the issues that needs to be addressed, that we need to be paying attention to. The other one is child or teen bullying. This is a serious topic. And all of you, unless you had 7 or 8 relatives going to that school, unless you were very pretty, unless you had a lot of money, you were picked on in high school, you were picked on in elementary school, you were picked on in middle school. And now a lot of you are passing the traits on to your kids. Your kids are going to school, and it just, to me, it seems like each generation is getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, to me. And it got to stop. Somebody got to stop it. It's another issue that I'm not even going to talk about, that I'm not even going to get into. That's the welfare. That's the parasitic or the people who have kids on purpose to get welfare. To me, that pisses me off, because here we are in an economic relapse, and that's what this is. It's nothing else. And we have people who are trying to beat the system. We even have people on SSI that never worked a day in their life. How the fuck do you deserve to get benefits from something or somewhere that you never worked a day in your life? You never worked. And then here it is, older people who retire and have nothing to fall back on, because these young people who are trying to play the system to get Social Security, whooping the system's ass and getting it. Let me tell you something. All good things come to an end, baby. Everything comes to an end. Regardless of how you look at it, it all comes to an end. And a lot of you think you're getting away now. You're beating the system. Years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, oh, I'm beating the system. I got all these kids. I'm going to have a kid once every 3 years. so I can keep my Medi-Cal, so I can get food stamps, so I can get them to pay for my housing, so I get priority in the welfare office. A lot of you say that. And it's coming to an end because now they're getting strict with welfare. They're getting strict with Social Security, baby. They're looking into all that. Have you ever worked a day in your life? How many kids have you had? Have every kid that you had? I mean, now it just don't make no sense for you to have 7 different baby daddies. You were not married to neither one of them, and you're still having babies, and you're not getting married. So like I said, the government is catching on, and I'm glad they're catching on. And they're going to start auditing people. A lot of you are going to start getting audited. And like I said, you deserve what you get. And that's just pure point blank. Like I said, children being abused. I was in the store the other day, and this little baby didn't even look like he wasn't even bigger than 3 years old. Okay, he looked younger than 3 years old. Okay, and the little boy grabbed some candy, and I guess the lady, she looks young anyway. She looked like she's probably in her 20s. I guess she didn't like that he kept grabbing the candy. It looked like she was pregnant. Again, by the way. She looked like she was mad because he was grabbing the candy, and she hit her son hard. Not like a tap, like, leave that alone, Michael. It was bam! Put that back. Put that shit back. And I'm just like, you know what? This is where it's coming from. And then you want to get mad when people look at you funny when your kids are acting up in school. You get mad because they're looking at you funny, like it's starting at home. It does start from the home. But like I said, a lot of y'all need to wake up. Because if you cannot raise your children right, if you cannot raise your children to be respectful to others, to accept diversity in America, and that's one reason why your ancestors, a lot of people, you voluntarily came to America. This is one reason why your ancestors came to America, for diversity, respect, and that's what you came here for. If you're not going to do that, if you're not going to raise your children to be respectful and to accept diversity, then someone else will. And what I mean by that, the government will step in. They don't have a problem. The government don't have a problem of taking your children from you. Okay? They don't have a problem with doing so. The government don't have a problem with locking you up because you didn't put your child on the behind. It's sad. It's sickening. But these are issues that need to be addressed. And when I say I'm pinned behind my personal experiences, I'm pinned behind my feelings, because I feel like, yes, a lot of people are not getting equality, gay people, transgender people, but there's more serious stuff at stake here that we need to be focused on. Kids, our future. We're going to get old soon. And if the younger kids cannot accept us and respect us, then the future generation of us is going to have the issues that we have right now. A lot of people were not raised to love and accept diversity. And that's why our parents also couldn't accept it, also didn't agree with it. And that's why a lot of us, even us too, a lot of us cannot accept and agree with it because our parents didn't teach us to accept and love people who are different. And that's what I'm saying. This generation, we need to teach our kids something different. If not, it's going to keep happening. And the world as we know it is going to end. Whether 2012 comes and there's a planet that's going to come and crush everybody on this planet, or we're going to kill ourselves. We have nuclear war bombs. We have poison that can really alter everyone's chemistry. We can starve each other. We can eat each other. We're killing each other slowly. We're abusing our own kids. We're abusing our own brothers and sisters. And we're spreading hate. We're not spreading education. We're not spreading knowledge. We're spreading hate. And it just makes me sick when I see these people that get up on this YouTube and they get up on these websites and they talk about they're spreading love and they're spreading peace. But yet, what have you done? What have you done to stop the hate? You still making videos about gay people. You still making videos condoning killing people who are different from you. And like I said, I pray for you and I pray that you wake up before it's too late. And the way that we're going now, everyone on this planet, we're killing ourselves. And I don't see us living past 30 years from now. I don't see any civilization living to be past 30 years. Within 30 years, we're going to kill ourselves if we keep up at this rate. And it needs to stop. It needs to change. And we need to focus on the problems that are in our home first.